learning more about it, and I enjoy the film, and I like the song. I've really come to enjoy the song. We will be watching Manos, the Hands of Fate in a few minutes. Oh, 6 minutes. God, I don't have any time. Manos, the Hands of Fate, the coloring book. Coloring and activity book. Let's dig through. Let's pull out a few things from the boxes, from storage. There's a Pikachu hard plastic toy. A Sprite Man toy that used to talk. You used to be able to press this button on the side of the can here and he would talk as a speaker in the back. I allowed the batteries to corrode in it and ruined it. I understand that these are really rare now. There was a time when these were really valuable on eBay, but I ruined mine. There's a Hot Wheels classic of some sort. Austin Powers car with the Union Jack on it. Most of the stuff is not the kind of stuff. It's like collectible stuff. Here's a set of Godzilla game cards from Japan. The keychain with the glove from the Beatles' Yellow Submarine on it. There's a Space 1999 display box that was originally contained gum cards, collectible cards. This is an empty display box. A set of tiny Betty Boop socks, 4 different designs. This one has tiger stripes on it. I can see why I was willing to pay $1 a piece for these, because they're cute. Yeah, nice designs. They were $1 a piece. No, there's another one. 5 of them. This one's like leopard colors. Those are cute. There's another set of Godzilla-themed playing collector cards from Japan. And a couple of SpaghettiOs plates. I have a couple of these. I have 2 of these. And these are actual glass or ceramic plates or whatever. I've always been interested in SpaghettiOs collectibles because SpaghettiOs and I are exactly the same age. They must have hit consumer shelves the same month I was born, because all throughout my life, whenever there's a SpaghettiOs anniversary edition, it's always the same time I'm having a birthday. Like at the 20-year commemorative can, I was having my 20th birthday. The 30-year commemorative can, I was turning 30. Same with 40. All right, let's look at let's real quick look at another thing here. I have a collection of geometric puzzles. This is only a small part of it. There's more. There's a lot more. Rubik's. This one right here is so loose it flies out of my hands, and it did it again just now. Here's the 4x4, a stickerless 4x4, and the Rubik's clock, which is kind of a rarity. I remember figuring out how to solve it, but obviously since then I've scrambled it and haven't remembered how to solve it. There's a 2x2x3, and what is this one? The thing about these boxes that are almost impossible to open from the top, you end up tearing them. They're supposed to be open from the bottom. Oh, this one. Yeah, this one's bizarre. A 3x7. Yeah, not cool. There's more. There's definitely more. There's another one of these. And this one has no center spaces. It has no center blocks. This actually changes the solution. And here's one with a maze on it. I've never even tried to scramble this one. I could solve it. It's just a 3x3, but I don't care. My favorite Shakespearean quote. I actually believe this. There's a collection of USB sticks. I wonder what's on these. And a really bizarre keychain that I bought many years ago. It's a pregnant woman. I bought it because it was so bizarre. It's a pregnant woman, and it's probably not going to come out. This has gotten old, and the plastic has gotten sticky. Oh, there it is. Well, it almost came out there. Yeah, the baby pops out. Is the baby loose in there? Yeah, the baby is tumbling around in there. It's not a solid ball. Then you shove the baby back in. I was ordering. I don't remember where it came from. It must have been eBay. I must have been ordering something else and then saw that. And then here's a set of tiny Mars Attacks comics that were released along with the new set of collector cards. There's 4 tiny issues there. And then markers, a giant set of markers that I never used and never will. I'm not interested. Let's see. That's it for the boxes that I brought out last time. It's just after 4:30. Let's start Manos, the Hands of Fate. I know that these crooks at a music organization called CD Baby, every time I show Manos, they send me copyright strikes for every musical track in the movie, every one. They've hit me personally and 50th Street for more than 50, maybe 60 claims combined, and they're doing it manually because they don't all come. They're all not detected at once. They come in slowly, one or two a week at a time. So someone there is doing it manually, and I appeal every one of them, and every one of them gets released. But they keep doing it. Crooks. They're abusing the YouTube copyright system. They think they're going to make money, I guess, during the time that the appeal is going on or whatever. But nobody's watching my videos. Anyway, let's watch Manos, The Hands of Fate.
We're almost there, honey. Just a little while longer and your vacation starts.
I'm getting cold, Mother, and hungry.
This looks like the wrong... this is the wrong copy of the movie.
We should be pretty close right now. The agent said it was about 12
Yeah,
miles.
I wanted
from
to be
Highway
showing
10,
the
and that
restored
was
version,
Highway
but this
10
is...
back there.
But you know,
This
we
is the
should have
bad
asked for better
YouTube
directions
version.
at the last gas
How did I get the
station.
wrong version?
Listen, I've never gotten us lost before.
Let me see if I can find
Mommy, I'm
the other one.
cold.
Okay, Debbie, I'll put the top up.
Never mind, Mike. Debbie can come up and sit between us. Now that's better, baby. Why don't we sing a song to help pass the time? Hmm? Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, merrily, merrily,
your
merrily,
boat
life
gently
is
down
but
the
a
stream.
dream.
Let's see. I think I
No.
may have found the better one. Let's see if this is it. Yes, this is it. Better sound, better video. See, it starts a little differently too. All right, we are watching
Just a little while longer in your vacation.
Manos, The Hands of Fate.
I'm getting cold, Mother, and hungry.
The famous Manos, The Hands of Fate.
We should be pretty close right now. The agent said it was about 12 miles from Highway 10, and that was Highway 10 back there.
But you know, we should have asked for better directions.
Said
at
the
last
agent
gas
said. They
station.
talked to an agent. They booked
Listen,
this.
I've never gotten us lost before.
They booked this Valley Lodge thing through an agent.
Mommy, I'm cold.
Okay, Debbie, I'll put the top up.
Never mind, Mike. Debbie can come up and sit between us.
Okay. We're watching Manos, The Hands of Fate. We're having some fun now,
Now
eh?
that's better, baby. Why don't we sing a song to help pass the time? Hmm? Row, row, row your boat gently down
I need
the
to go
stream. Merrily, merrily, merrily,
your
merrily,
boat
life is
gently
make
down
some
the
posts
stream.
about how we're watching Manos now, so
Merrily,
that
merrily, merrily, life is
people might actually come watch.
merrily, merrily,
Your boat
merrily,
I need to go do that.
down the stream.
I'll
Merrily,
turn off the
merrily,
mic and I'll be right back.
merrily.
All right, mister. I see you have a taillight problem.
No excuse. Running late, first vacation, kid getting tired.
That's too bad.
Well, can't you give us a break, officer?
Well, all right, all right.
Sure do appreciate it. We are running kind of late.
Okay, but if you're running late, you should have started earlier. Anyhow, no tail light. Have it fixed.
Thank you, officer.
Inside this magic circle, keep your head up high. Use this strength I have within. It's real and not lie.
Now just 10 miles up this road. We're almost there, Debbie. Just a few minutes more.
See the way I really love you. Try. We'll have a ball. The heart just inside, take a ride. But don't make me explain how we met again. How I knew before when it opened the door. Love is today. Is the way. The way.
You, the one with that smile, yeah. Come over here for a while. Hey girl, do you hear what I say? I don't have time to be waiting all day. Just believe that it's not all so wrong. There's a reason I'm singing this song. Got a big question to ask. You think? Do you want to do anything? Yeah. Baby, do a thing with me. It's me, so good. Come on and do a thing with me. You really should.
I wonder where they're going.
Man, like there's nothing up that road.
Now look, the sign pointed this way.
Mike, let's go back to the crossroads and ask those kids we saw.
Okay, but I know we can't be wrong. Look, the sign pointed this way.
How many times do we have to chase you kids?
Oh, she. Holy cow, man. You'd think we're doing something wrong.
Well, whatever it is you're not doing, don't do it somewhere else.
Why don't you guys leave us alone?
Come on now, no wisecracks. Just go on home.
Okay.
Get going, get going.
All right already.
I could have sworn we didn't make a wrong turn.
You must have. Where did the road go?
No need to get upset. We'll find it. Where did this place come from? It wasn't here a few minutes ago.
I don't care. Let's see if we can get some directions. Look, there's someone at the door.
Hello. Ethan Lomonico, 59, has just come in. He says, hello, what movie is this? This is Manos, The Hands of Fate. I'll type in a reply. Yeah, it is Manos, The Hands of Fate. I'm actually surprised that someone would come in and not know what the movie. But thank you for coming, Ethan. How did you find out about this stream? Where did you find the link? You're watching us on Twitch. Thank you. Thank you for watching. But Slapped Silly, look how good the color in the picture is here on this restored version compared to what you're used to seeing, compared to the Mystery Science Theater and Riff Tracks versions. Look at the bright yellow color on that screen door.
I am Torgo. I take care of the place while the master is away.
Torgo!
But the child, I'm not sure the master would approve. Or the
Margaret's-
dog. The master doesn't like children.
The rich red hair.
We only
Margaret's,
want to know where Valley
Margaret's
Lodge
hair.
is.
Which way do we go?
There is no place like that around here.
Mike, I'm scared. It's getting dark.
Well, Torgo, which way is out of here?
There is no way out of here. It will be dark soon. There is no way out of here.
It will be dark soon.
No way out.
Well, you know, we could spend the night here, and then
Oh,
tomorrow we can...
Mike, I don't want to spend the night here. I don't like the looks of the place.
Well, it seems we have no
I have some more
alternative.
links to
Well, how
post.
about it,
I'll be
Torgo?
right
Can
back.
we spend the night
Having
here?
trouble with Facebook.
Well, I don't know what else we can do.
But, Mike, I don't want to stay here.
And the master wouldn't approve.
Don't worry about it. We're here now, and I'm sure the master won't throw us out. Well, how about it, Torgo?
I don't want to stay. Let's leave.
I don't know about it. I just don't know.
Well, Torgo, in or out?
Patient, dear.
Very well. The master will be very disturbed. I'll get the luggage.
I guess the haunting Torgo
Torgo,
theme.
we'll stay tonight, and then tomorrow...
You must be. You cannot stay. The master would not.
I can't post the
approve.
links on Facebook. can't open our pages. I can look at the Facebook front page, but I can't load any of our pages. Look at the rich blue color on the walls there. And that curtain, bright blue, deep blue. Not at all what we used to see.
See, you're
Yeah, it's
feeling
nowhere
better
near that.
already.
This is slapped silly. Jackie,
Look at this.
who played Jackie Naiman, who played Debbie in the movie, was here with us on January 4 when we showed it in the studio.
Mike, I'm...
She starts to say, Mike, I'm... But Jackie was saying that couch was so disgusting. She said everything else, it was an unused cabin on the property that they were using to shoot the film. Everything else in the room came from her own house. Her father was the master. And everything in the room, all the furniture, all the wall decorations, the books, everything, the sculptures on the mantelpiece, which were made by her father, by the way, all came from her house.
Must be the master
Except the
himself.
couch. The couch was already there. She said it was so disgusting.
He has the meanest look. That dog.
I'd hate to run up on him in the dark or even in the light for that
Stop
matter.
messing with the ADR toward him. I'm going to keep working on Facebook. I'll be right back.
That must be your master. Where did you say he was?
He has left this world. But he is with us always. No matter where we go, he is with us.
What?
No matter where he goes. What does that mean? That dog. It's the most vicious-looking animal I've ever seen.
Well, I hope he goes where the master goes.
There is nothing to fear, madam. The master likes you. Nothing will happen to you. He likes you.
Likes me? I thought you said he was dead.
Dead? No, madam, not dead the way you know it. He is with us always. Not dead the way you know it. He is with us always.
Mike, I don't like this.
Nothing to worry about. It's only your imagination.
I think that it's best that I show you to the bedroom now.
Oh, my God. Mike, what was that?
Probably some animal in the desert. Nothing to be afraid of.
I'm scared, Mike. Michael, I don't care what it is. Chase it away.
Okay, if it'll make you relax, I'll go out and see what it is.
Yeah, Facebook is just not loading. I can't even load the pages. Ouch. Wow, that's hurting my ear. What was I going to say?
What happened? I heard...
Stay here. Get back into the house.
I can't even load the Facebook pages. The Facebook live stream had ended. I think it was too long, and so Facebook automatically ended it, but I was able to restart it, so there'll be another Facebook live event going on. Whether people will actually be able to see that, I don't know. They'll be able to chat with me because it says we're connected by chat. But I can't load the Facebook pages to post
Get back in the house, damn it.
My
to
God,
post the
Mike,
link.
what happened?
He's dead. Pepe's been killed. Get back in the house, honey.
Yeah, Facebook just isn't loading.
What kind of
I have
place
more
is
problems
this?
with Facebook.
My God, what kind of place is this?
I'll
It's
take
just,
care of everything, honey. Get back in the house.
But the damnedest thing is, the thing that's the hell of it is that I get more response and more feedback and more link throughs from Facebook than anything else. So, what are you going to do? You know, I post on Twitter and Instagram all the time. Everybody likes, everybody presses the like button, everybody presses the heart button, but nobody clicks through, ever.
Mike,
So here we are, watching Manos,
Mike,
the Hands
what
of
could
Fate.
have done it?
Every year it's been voted the fan
Honey, it was
favorite.
probably some animal from the desert. This place must be full of them.
Disgusting couch.
Peppy? You went away, baby. Went away while you were asleep.
You went away
Mike, I want to leave
while
this
you were
place
asleep.
now.
Here we are with Darth
Okay,
Maul.
honey, we'll leave right away. Where the hell is that caretaker?
Where the hell is that caretaker? Let's see if I can get Darth Maul a little more prominently displayed. Yeah, there we go. So he's watching with me.
Did you want me?
We're leaving. Would you mind putting the luggage back in the car?
There's these brief shots of
As you wish.
Torgo in another dimension.
Right now. Fast, damn it, fast.
It is coming up on 5 p.m. Pacific time. We'll still have another 3 hours of daylight. 2 at least. Maybe 3. It's been a bright sunny day out there. Beautiful clear sunny day. First time we've had beautiful clear sunny day that's been beautiful and clear all day.
I'll be
And of
glad
course
to
the
leave.
world
I
is
have
coming to an
all
end.
This place I want.
Madam, it will be very dangerous to leave now. The master wants you.
What?
This is the
What
The
kind
touching-
of talk is that?
I didn't mean to make
He
a
wants you for his
a
wife.
pun there.
He
It's
loves
the touching
beautiful women.
Torgo touching scene. Oh God. When you're watching this with a room full of people, the laughter makes it hilarious, but watching it alone, it's just ugh. See, here's Toro not doing anything.
Don't you ever try that again, you beat!
The master wants
Cutting
you,
in the
but
shot of
he
Torgo
can't.
standing there.
I want you.
Stop that talk this instant, you hear?
He wants you, but he can't have you.
Mike! Mike!
Poor Margaret. Diane Marie playing Margaret did a valiant job. I was addressing this earlier when we were watching Mad Men of Mendoras. One of the things that makes bad, cheap movies like this so entertaining and so endearing is how hard the actors are working and how much effort they're putting into these things. But
Let me out of here. Let me out of here now. Do you hear now?
she's really going for it, and so is
Forgive me, madam.
John Reynolds, who played Torgo. They're really working it because they've got nothing to work with.
I meant no harm.
The thing that was missing in Mad Men of Mendoras was that everybody in the movie was just phoning it in.
Madam, I'll protect you. I'll protect you.
There were no standout performances.
Very well. I won't tell my husband. Now let me
Slap
out.
Silly says the fights in Santa Claus, Torgo's harassments, mature audiences only. Yeah. The actors
Maggie,
in
the
Santa
damn
Claus
car won't
Conquers
start.
the Martians were good. They were doing a
Margaret?
good job. That one announcer, that
Damn
one
car
TV
won't
announcer at the
start.
beginning who
Well,
was
that really fixes things.
acting like
What
he
are we gonna
thought
do
he
now?
was
I
so
don't know.
funny,
I couldn't find
like he
anything
was
wrong
being a
with it either.
comedian. He was,
Torgo,
if
where's
everyone
the
was like
phone?
him, he wouldn't be, the movie wouldn't be watchable. But everyone else in the
Yes,
film,
Alexander Graham Bell, you know, telephone.
the guy playing Kmart is actually good. It's actually a good actor.
There
The
is
guy
none,
playing Santa Claus
sir.
is
The
a great
master
Santa Claus.
doesn't approve of
And they're
such
struggling.
devices.
Then where is the nearest phone?
The nearest
The little
phone
kids,
is at
all of
the
them, the two
crossroads.
human kids and the
That's
two
10
Martian
miles.
kids,
10
they're
miles.
bad actors. They're
Might as well be
legitimately bad actors,
10,000
just
miles.
struggling to
Hold up
remember their
again.
lines and recite them correctly.
The master won't mind you
For
staying tonight.
having the kids
He has no
do
choice.
that is
He
kind of
can't
charming,
leave.
kind
He
of
can't
funny.
walk out of
If
here.
everyone was doing that in the film, it
Fine.
wouldn't be watchable.
I'll just bring the bags back to the room.
And then, of course, Santa Claus has that great theme song. And that's another thing about Manos is the music. The music in this movie is amazing.
Sinister. Sinister
And
isn't
it was
descriptive.
original. It was
Honey,
commissioned.
we'll leave in the morning, and soon this place will be forgotten.
Forgotten.
Hal,
I'll never
Hal
forget.
Warren, who wrote and directed it, that's
Debbie's
him
gone.
in the
I just
blue
hope
shirt and the
Debbie
white
will
sweater.
understand.
She'll understand. She's my baby. She'll understand.
He actually
hope so,
commissioned the
darling.
music from some local session musicians.
She's my baby. She'll understand.
Slap Silly is pointing out that Margaret looks way better in the dress dress.
Hey,
She
where
does. Diane
Oh my
Marie was
God.
amazing.
Michael!
But don't get wrought up. She's probably playing hide and seek. Okay, Debbie, we see you. Come out, wherever you are.
Maybe she slipped into one of the rooms.
Debbie?
Debbie!
Debbie?
On our,
Debbie!
I published a
Have you seen Debbie?
No?
She's gone. Help us find her.
a video with Jackie Naiman speaking to us after
Couldn't have
the
gone
showing of
outside.
Manos back on
The door
January 4th.
bolted.
She told
God's
some
sake, don't.
really amazing
Got to
stories,
be
and
in
then
here.
Tanya Atomic got up
Is
and
there
told us
another
a story
agency
about
outside?
Diane that was just
In the kitchen.
floored all of us. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. You should go watch
That
that.
door's
Look,
bolted, too.
it should be on Twitch. It should be on
Outside,
our
Mike.
YouTube channel as
She's
well.
got to be outside.
Look for
All
a
right,
night
look
with
outside for her.
a night with Manos or a night with
Debbie?
Jackie Naiman. I forget what I
Debbie?
call it.
Debbie?
Debbie? Mike, I'm scared. The animals in the desert.
Cut it out.
Still can't connect to our pages on Facebook. Miranda says incredible, so incredible. Miranda was there. Miranda remembers that.
We'll find her.
So
Don't worry.
Miranda, you found the relaunched video on Facebook, I guess. Yeah, I had to relaunch it. So it's working on Facebook. That's good to know.
Debbie?
I'm struggling to
Debbie?
connect to our pages on Facebook so I can post links to the movie. I can't even connect to our pages. Facebook is failing me.
Now you big good puppy.
Okay, she said, "Now you be a good puppy." I've been wondering for some time what she actually said there. I heard it clear as a bell in my earbud here. She said, "Now you be a good puppy."
Darling, baby, you could have been hurt.
The puppy, now he's got it too.
Okay, Miranda just got home from the dog
But you
park,
should
rejoining
never
the
run
watch
away
party. Well,
from
good,
us.
good.
Debbie, don't ever run away from us.
What was the last thing you saw before
No,
this?
I found my puppy
Where did you find the new dog, baby?
in a big place.
In a
In
big place.
Big place? Where, Debbie?
There was this big giant place. It was so dark, but I wasn't afraid of the dark. I had all kinds of funny people in it.
Where is the place,
All
Debbie?
kinds of funny people in it.
Over here, Daddy.
It's right out the door here, the gateway to hell.
Mike, it's horrible. Let's get out of here.
Let's go.
All of this ironwork was sculpted by the man who plays
Get in the bedroom and lock yourself in. I'm going to find Torgo. He's got some explaining to do.
Hurry, please, hurry.
the man who plays the master, who is the little girl's father in real life. Miranda says the last one she saw was the Hitler thing. I left halfway through Little Shop. So you missed Santa Claus altogether.
I want her. She's mine, mine, mine. Do you hear? I want her. You have all the
There's
wives you need.
Torgo's soliloquy.
Look.
See this musical score with just a drummer rattling on a hi-hat cymbal, not a hi-hat cymbal.
Oh, you pretty ones. Let me see how good you are.
That wasn't a hi-hat. I'm getting the words wrong.
I have my own life. I won't have to come in here to dream of having one of you.
It's a really interesting musical soundtrack.
You are the worst. You were his first wife. He doesn't want you anymore. Now even I don't want you.
For some reason, there was a rumor that John Reynolds did not provide his own voice on the voiceover here, but he did. A group, yeah, Miranda said she came back. She timed her return so she wouldn't miss the mystery movies. I haven't decided what I'm going to show for the movies. I haven't decided if I'm going to repeat some movies from earlier or if I'm going to find something new. I'm still thinking about it. I've still got Plan 9 to show after this. But anyway, John Reynolds did provide the voice of Torgo. Hal Warren and Tom Naiman and John Reynolds and the man who played the sheriff got in a car and drove from El Paso to Dallas in 1966. And the drive from Dallas to from El Paso to Dallas has not changed in all those decades. There's no freeway between El Paso and Dallas. You have to drive to San Antonio and then drive north from San Antonio to Dallas through Austin. And that's a grueling drive. El Paso to San Antonio, even today, is grueling. And there's more between, there's actually some stuff between El Paso and San Antonio these days. Back in the day, there was nothing. But yeah, they went to Dallas to do the voiceover work. All four of them did. Hal, there's a Torgo. Hal had wanted Diane Marie to go and do her own voice, and she hadn't been paid for her work in the movie yet, and she knew she wasn't going to get paid for the voiceover. She was like, why? So there was one voice actor, well, an actress in Dallas that did all the female voices. Peeping Torgo time. Yep. Miranda, didn't Jackie say that the woman who did the voice was Hal's sister-in-law? Isn't that what she said? Or married to, I don't remember. There was some relation there somewhere. But she did all the voices, all the female voices. But I swear, during the scenes when all the wives are talking, when there's more than one voice talking at the same time, I swear there's a different voice in there. There's a second woman's voice. I swear it's a different woman's voice. I've had this discussion with people many times. There's here's a Torgo. Removing Mike's belt and tying him to a tree for some reason. And then the music stops and then the music starts up again. A different track. Meanwhile, Torgo is still in the dark, tying Mike to a tree. But yeah, there's a second woman's voice in there somewhere. And whenever we've discussed it, I always end up... I imagine that they're doing this this ADR work, this voiceover work. And at one point, they need another voice. And the people who are doing it, the guy who's doing the recording, he just leans out the door and says, "Hey, Tammy, whoever. Hey, Lisa. Can you do a couple lines here? We need to get this out of the way." Yeah, that has to be it. 'Cause I swear there's a second woman's voice in there. Here's the master waking up. That Doberman was his family dog. The dog belonged to the Naaman family. The Naaman family. And Jackie talks about how all through the movie you see the dog just can't stand still. The dog just is constantly wiggling. Not a trained dog at all. I've posted tweets about all these movies that we've been showing throughout the day and not gotten a response of any kind. People aren't even liking the tweets. Usually my tweets get likes. The Instagrams are getting likes. Nobody's actually coming to see the streams. Let's try Facebook again.
Again? How many times do you have to be
The
told?
kissing guy in the convertible was one of the
Will
cameramen.
you? Go chase that other couple.
And the girl
What other couple?
was supposed to be one of the wives. Was supposed to be wife number 1. Okay, I've connected to our page.
Find
Here.
them and chew on them a while.
We know that
Facebook
this
is
road
working
goes
again.
nowhere, so now get. No smart stuff. We ain't trying to jump on you. Just get.
Okay. Facebook is giving me mystery notifications. Can't tell what it's trying to tell me. There's another problem with Facebook. There's constant bells and whistles going off.
Oh, Manos, thou of primal darkness, thou who dwelleth in the depth of the universe in the black chasms of night.
Tom Naaman wrote this dialogue himself. Apparently the script just said the master makes a speech. Let me make this post.
Thou who bestoweth the mother darkness upon thy faithful, to live eternally in her keeping. Thou dost make him most blessed forever. And thou who dost curse with eternal burning light those who transgress against thee. Holy art thou, holy art thou, holy art thou. Manos will be done. Thy priesthood remains steadfast, thy priesthood remains constant, thy priesthood remains righteous. Thou hast taught us, O Manos, and we have
Tom
listened.
had
Give ear to our words, O
had
Manos,
almost
and
completed seminary.
Hear us,
He was a trained.
hear us, for we are faithful, and thou
He
art
was
our
very
God.
close to being a trained Protestant minister of some sort.
Arise, my
He
wives.
finished seminary, but he didn't.
Give
He
ear
decided
to the
not to
words of
take the
Manos.
final. He just decided he wasn't going to do it.
Arise, my wives.
That's amazing.
And hear the will of Manos.
But that's where all that. That's why that dialogue sounds so real, because that's. He had been training for that stuff for years.
Why has a child been brought here? Why? And a female child at that.
This dialogue here doesn't make any sense at all. Let's give Darth Maul a more prominent place here. Let's see if I can.
About sacrificing a man, but a child? The woman is all we want. The others must
Yeah,
die.
there we go.
They all must die.
The woman is all we want.
The woman.
And now she
Child
says
is a female.
we do not even want the
She must
woman.
not be destroyed.
She just said the woman is all we
She will
want.
grow up to be a woman.
She must be killed.
No, I am the oldest of the wives, and it is my privilege to say that.
Enough! Enough of this stupid bickering. A child must die.
Hmm.
If you persist in this foolishness, your usefulness will come to an end.
Say what you will, I will have no part of this madness. To be a woman, and as the oldest of the wives, I demand that she live. I don't know what they're doing here in the first place.
You have caused enough trouble. I think perhaps your service to us is at its end now. Silence! Silence!
They're not even talking.
And now, my wives, I shall deal with the one who is responsible for the child being here.
Torgo. He's the one. Get Torgo.
You are responsible for this nonsense. We shall dispose of you later.
Who's talking to whom here?
It's a terrible mistake. The man, yes. The child, no.
Maybe she's right. Maybe we should spare the child.
It is against our will that we stay here. Do not make the child die to satisfy
Ben
him.
Soloway,
He
who
does
did
not
this
need any more
restoration,
wives.
he had to
Yes, he has no more time for us older wives.
he had to recreate all the edits himself, all the fades from
Jealousy
one
is
scene
not
to another.
part
He had to
of us.
recreate those because the film that he
Why are
found
you so
to
jealous
restore
of me?
was film positive, not even a negative.
You are a
It was
troublemaker.
the film that had come
You
directly out of the
deserve to
camera.
die.
And
Die. I may die, but I do not care. The child
it was
must
just a
live.
collection of
She is right.
scenes,
We will not kill the child.
again, that had been shot right out of the
But
camera.
Manos would not approve.
And they didn't have any
The
sound.
law of Manos exists for us only. Manos loves women. She
So
was
he
born
had to
be a
scan
woman.
all of these
She must die.
these unedited loops of film and then edit them together and use audio from bad existing prints.
When the master hears of this, he will be furious.
So this wasn't just a matter of restoring every frame of the film. He had to recreate
You're
the
all
film in a lot of
mad,
ways.
Mad, the whole lot of you. The man, yes. The child, no.
He had to recreate all of the credits, the opening titles, all of that stuff, because none of it was on. Well, of course, none of it was on the film that came right out of the camera. Jackie has so many stories about these scenes. She witnessed all of it. Pretty much the entire shooting, she was standing off camera watching, or playing with her dog, or hanging around with John Reynolds. Is it just Slap, Silly, and Miranda that's watching? I've got two people watching. It's Twitch and YouTube. It's not even Facebook. Miranda still watching? I'm thinking about what to show for the mystery movies after Plan 9. I'm gonna have to think about it. Should I show a movie that we've watched? watched already today, or should I pick from what's been shown here, or should I look at films that I've rejected? There's been a number of films that I've watched recently. Ah, Miranda's here from Facebook. The restream chat does not show you. It says there's nobody watching on Facebook. It says Twitch and YouTube. Interesting. Well, here's the gripping Torgo standing up scene. Torgo's sleeping on a pile of dirt in the corner. Jackie says that she has that after her father died, she and her half-sister retrieved a number of his belongings, and that chest was among them. Is that her half-sister?
What are you doing
or her
here?
full sister? But anyway, she says, you notice there's a bottle of beer on top of the chest. She says she believes, she's convinced that someone on the crew, probably the guy who, the cameraman
The
who
women
played
have
the,
told me. They may not be able to say anything or move when you're there. But they remember everything you say to them. And everything you do to them.
But Master, you have 6 wives. Why can't I have one for
the
myself?
cameraman who played the kissing guy in the car, she says he
Therefore, you
left,
cannot have one of
she
them.
believes he left it that
But I
there on
have one
purpose,
now. This one
just
is
to see
mine.
if
You'll never get her.
Hal Warren would notice, and he didn't.
You have failed us,
You know, in
Torgo.
Torgo's room, there's
For this you must
one of the wives'
die.
dresses is hanging on a nail on the wall,
Fail you?
along
No.
with a rope.
You have failed yourself.
Miranda says, hit us with that rejected mystery
You
movie.
never
You know,
killed
maybe
him.
I will
I
show a
helped
mystery
him.
movie.
You have failed.
I have upcoming mystery
And you
movies
must
scheduled.
die.
And, yeah, maybe I'll do that. As far as rejected films, there's a couple I'm thinking of right now. Okay, there's this arty shot, this artsy shot of Torgo's staff waving slowly in front of the Master's face, but Torgo is holding his staff. Yeah, I may have to go. These long lingering shots. Okay, so then he just stops staring at Torgo and turns around and starts laughing maniacally. So, did he kill Torgo at this point? He kept.
Manos,
Gotta show off the
God
wings.
of primal darkness. As thou hast decreed, so have I done.
One afternoon, I was
The hands
watching
of
this. I was
fate
playing
have
this on the
doomed
big
this
screen,
man.
and CJ,
Thy will
the guy
is
who
done.
hosted the co-hosted the movie last week with me, he came over and he watched parts of it. He'd never seen it. He didn't know anything about Manos. But at one point in the middle of the film, he stopped and said, "Oh, those are hands." So all through that scene, the Master was saying, "Torgo, you must die. Now you will die." And then the implication is that he was going to kill Torgo right then and there. But then he just stops staring at Torgo and turns around and starts laughing. Okay, the angry young wife is trying to make out with Tom. And Tom is unconscious, so he's not responding. And Tom, being the writer and the director of the film, he insisted on this scene, according to Jackie. So he doesn't respond, so she gets mad and slaps him around. But what I was saying before about the couple kissing in the car, the guy in the car, and that was his car, by the way, that little convertible. He was one of the cameramen, And the girl was supposed to be one of the wives. She was supposed to be the head wife. Or maybe even she was supposed to play Margaret. I think she had been promised a prominent role among the wives. But then she broke her leg. And she couldn't do any of these scenes, so they invented the car kissing scenes so she would have something to do. Okay, now there's Torgo running along behind them. So anyway, Hal invented the car kissing scenes to give her some prominent close-ups and some lines to say, and also to hide the cast on her leg. She was sitting in the car the whole time and you couldn't see the cast on her leg. And you see the big grandma pants they're wearing under their under their dresses. Apparently, the way the dresses were originally designed, they weren't wearing anything under them at all. And of course, with the camera lights on, you could see right through them. And the models, they were some girls from a local modeling school. All the girls and the woman who runs the modeling school, they looked at these dresses and were like, nope, nothing doing. So they all went and got their own underwear. They got the biggest, most that spot right there where that girl throws a handful of sand right into the camera. No! Okay, so the master is running around the desert. He has the wife behind him in Torgo, which we saw them running behind him a minute ago. But somehow he showed up at the window at the same time. The editing of this film was done in a single session, in just like a 6-hour editing session.
She is the one. She has upset all of our plans.
This foolishness
She has
must
set up
stop.
all of our plans. What plans? There's a prominently featured zipper on the back of the master's cape. And there's Torgo still waiting to die. He's been told many times that he's going to die.
There's been enough trouble. Our purpose must be served. There will be no further insolence.
But the child.
We cannot kill a child.
Slap Silly says, "Thou questioneth the great continuity?" Okay.
You have caused enough trouble. As soon as we have disposed of Torgo,
Manos has made the continuity permanent.
Your power fails you. I have no more fear.
Seize her and prepare her for sacrifice.
It's been so long since I've watched the Mystery Science Theater version of this. I believe there was a scene cut out. I believe they removed a scene that's coming up here where the master slaps her around and there's blood on her face.
Well done, my wives. The will of Manos shall be served.
I think you can see a car driving by in the distance at some point here. No, those are reflections on the lens, I guess. There's one point here where the master's talking and you can see a car driving by on the freeway. It goes by real quick. I might have missed it already.
It is the will of Manos.
So
that
keep
he be
looking.
sacrificed.
Okay, more dancing. This great piano music. I love these piano flourishes. Nothing else in the world sounds like Manos, the Hands of Fate. It's a
Kill.
completely unique sound.
Manos has decreed it. Kill! Kill!
I'm looking for this car driving by. I haven't spotted it. It's so horrible she can't look. And then she can't look away. Oh, it's so horrible. It's so horrible. I actually love this shot. It's very Italian. Very Italian horror film. Mike is still unconscious, tied to a tree in the desert. Here he comes. Miranda says the soundtrack to this movie is just a masterpiece. It is. It really is. And the from what I've been told, from what Jackie told us, she actually found the musicians, talked to them, interviewed them, and wrote a book. According to her book, the musicians, again, they were just local session musicians that Hal knew through local little theater. Of course, they didn't see any scenes from the movie. They were given a copy of the script, and they just recorded some tracks that they thought sounded kind of like what they were reading. Yeah, and then we end up with this. And they composed those two original songs.
Margaret, open the door.
The Love Inside This Magic Circle and Forgetting You.
Margaret,
Great lounge songs. Yeah, pretend to bash through a door that's not locked.
The ceremony is done.
That was a ceremony? Okay, so Torgo has still not been killed. That was just a ceremony. There's more people walking by our window. Lots of people walking around out walking around today. Lots of winter nights. I missed the thing. It's so anticlimactic. It's just like poof, and then his hand is severed. Javier says, "Hey Keith, are we auctioning off the Darth Maul head? You want to? Do you all want to make bids on the Darth Maul head? Start doing it."
Killing doesn't help anymore. You're all finished.
Killing doesn't help anymore. You're all finished.
You've said enough. Your turn will come as soon as we have disposed of the others. Go find the others. Hurry, before the night slips away.
There's a spot here where you can see the can of starter fluid
But the window, Mike.
that
I
they
saw
used
in
to
the
get that
back
fire
window.
burning.
Okay, honey, we'll leave. We'll leave.
We've got to leave now. I can't stand it any longer. Please, Mike.
We'll hide in the desert. Someone will help.
We'll hide in the desert. Someone will help.
Gods will destroy
I love that line.
Your power fails. You cannot.
Okay, so now it's time to kill wife number one. But Torgo,
Destroy.
we haven't seen
The gods destroy
Torgo.
me.
That Torgo is actually dead. He ran off into the desert with his severed limb on fire. Now see this scene here with the master just.
Destroy me. I am permanent. Manos has made me permanent.
Your power
See,
fails
see
you.
with the.
You are losing your control. Even Torgo defied you.
I'm pretty sure they cut this out of the.
And he
Mystery
was
Science Theater.
destroyed even as you shall be.
Your power does not affect me anymore. Even your other wives do not trust you. See, I do not fear you, even
Yeah,
though you
see?
beat me. Beat me again. Beat.
Beat me again. Beat. So now what's he doing here? There's all this heavy breathing.
I do not fear
And
you.
then he's tearing away what looks like toilet paper. Yeah, what's going on here? Okay, more beating. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was cut out of the Mystery Science Theater version. I'll have to look at it again. It's been so long since I watched the Mystery Science Theater version of Manos. I've seen this movie so many times, but honestly, I can't remember what order the scenes come in. Like, if the wife killing scene had come before the Torgo killing scene, I wouldn't have noticed.
Take Debbie and run.
No, darling.
It doesn't
we'll
make much
it.
difference,
Let's
honestly.
go.
Javier is asking Diane Marie in the movie, were you able to talk to her
Nothing
in the
up that way.
podcast or any other time?
Let's go this way.
You are correct. Her real name is Diane Adelson. She goes by the name Diane Marie. That's her stage name. Were you able to talk to her in your podcast or any other time? I did meet her. I did talk to her. Shortly before I met her, it was at Crypticon a couple of years ago. I had made the decision to stop doing the podcast because nobody was listening. Nobody was listening to the podcast, and I was asking people to donate so I could continue doing it, and nobody was donating. So I was like, what's the point?
We've got to keep going.
Honestly, after, making the coloring book, and I tried to do a Mystery Science Theater related project where I did drawings from I did a sketch from every movie. I was live streaming while I was sketching, and those live streams kept getting hit for copyright problems because I was watching the movies while I was sketching, and nobody was watching the Javier, you watched me do a lot of that sketching, but nobody else was watching. And there was one day where I streamed for 7 hours while I was sketching, and nobody was watching, and I kept getting hit over and over with copyright notices from either the movie owners or even Mystery Science Theater itself sometimes. And I was asking people to pre-order the book that I was making, and nobody was doing it. So I finally just had enough. I finally got fed up with the lack of progress. At that point, I had been posting videos on YouTube for. She says, "Take the baby, take Debbie." I had been posting videos on YouTube for like 7 years at that point, and I just never built an audience. Javier, maybe one or two other people were somewhat regulars. And after 7 years of posting hundreds of videos, I have more than 600 videos on my personal YouTube channel. I finally had enough. I said, you know what, I've had my fill of this. This is going nowhere. And I kind of had my fill of Mystery Science Theater and Manos. I've done the whole thing. I'm happy to show it here. I'm happy to watch it on live stream. Other people watch it with me. I know so much about it.
No, Maggie, we can make
talk
it.
all the way through it.
Rest here for a minute. We can make it.
But yeah, I've done all that.
They'll never think of looking for us at the house.
You might have a point there.
Please, Mike, please, I can't go any farther.
Javier
Listen, we
says
can lock
you did
ourselves
a
in the
good job
kitchen.
on
I
all
have my
those things.
gun.
ThinkWalt channel, Manos as well. Well, thank you. There's a random stock footage shot of a rattlesnake in the daytime.
We'll have to go back.
And you notice he fired 2 shots there.
Okay.
He's got a
It might be the
revolver.
safest place, especially
He
since
fired
they're
2
out here looking
shots.
for
So
us.
keep track of how many shots he fires.
Scared, I'm scared. Where's my puppy?
Please, Debbie, not now.
Yeah, I appreciate your support all these years, Javier, and I appreciate the fact that you've come over to 50th Street and helped out, and I appreciate the fact that you donated. I thank you very much. That's the only donation we've had today. 50th Street is a non-profit. I always forget
That sure sounded like shots. We'd better check.
that this scene with the sheriff and the deputy.
There can't be anybody out here. This is the boondocks.
It's the
Well,
Boondocks.
sound does travel a long way at night. It could be clear over in Mexico, for that matter.
That's that deputy's voice sounds like another man's voice. Come to think of it, it sounds like somebody else's voice. A voice that we haven't heard before. I've never stopped to think about it before. But this scene, I always forget that this scene here is the final scene where they just look out in the dark and then get back in their car and don't do anything. Is the final scene before the big confrontation here. The blue room. And this is one of my favorite shots of the film here. The static shot of the blue door. This is like something out of The Shining. And then they enter from the sides and Debbie from below. I mentioned that to Ben Soloway in the first episode of the Talk to the Hand, which was the podcast I did about Manos. See, the dog can't stand still, and the dog's out of focus. He fires twice, that's 4 shots. The master's out of focus. He fires 2 more times, that's 6 shots. He fired 2 shots at the rattlesnake, and then he emptied his gun into the master. And then fade out to, well, what's happened at this point? We don't know. But I mentioned that to Ben Soloway. He was my first interview on Talk to the Hand.
Sure is good to get away. Damn the rain.
Vacations are fine, but this one should be great.
Yeah, the gang's coming up for the
See,
weekend.
these are 2 different
What?
women's voices right here.
Hmm.
I don't think that's the same woman doing 2 voices. I really do think that's 2 different women's voices. But I mentioned that to Ben Soloway when I said that shot of the blue door is like something out of The Shining. And he said, did you just compare Hal Warren to Stanley Kubrick? And I said, I guess I did. Javier says, I take it they never thought about making a sequel to Manos. There have been sequels to Manos. Tanya Atomic made one. It's called Manos Returns. Or a spin-off. Yeah, there have been all sorts of stuff. There was a guy who used to cosplay as Torgo. In fact, he called himself Torgo online. He got a lot of people involved. He got Jackie involved. He got her father involved. He got Diane Marie involved. And he never finished it. And then there have been stage plays. There have been puppet shows. There have been video games. There have been coloring books. Manos the Hands of Fate coloring book right here. Written and illustrated by me. If anyone wants to order it, just ask. I'll find the link for you. See, they're still making out. Now see, everybody else assumed that this is the next morning, that they've been making out all night.
Welcome.
And then here we see the big reveal. There's Margaret. And oh no, there's Debbie. And these 2 girls.
I am Michael. I take care of the place while the master is away.
See, it's really rare for any movie to have an ending where the child doesn't survive, where the child doesn't make it, where the child is doomed. That's really rare. Even in horror movies. It was a gutsy thing. The Javier says, yeah, please post a link for the coloring book. I never ordered it after all these years. Okay, I'll do that. And the coloring book is not a 50th Street production, by the way. That's my own thing from years ago. So when you order one, the money goes to me. Now see, this stuff, Ben Soloway had to recreate all these shots, and he had to recreate all of the lettering and everything. It's a lot of work. A lot of work. But see, I feel like those 2 women getting out of that convertible at the end, they see Michael standing there, and then there's that vision of the wives in suspended animation, and the group now includes Margaret and Debbie. I feel like those 2 women standing there getting their first look at Michael, I feel like they're seeing their fate right there. They see it. I feel like they're seeing those visions too, along with us. But the thing is, the couple is still making out in the car. Everyone else, I realized years after seeing this on Mystery Science Theater that everyone else was saying like, they've been making out all night. I assumed the first time I saw it that it was like years later. Like 2 or 3 years later. And this was a different night, and they were just making out at the same spot. So I had a different take on that. Because it could have been. I'm going to have to look to find that link to the coloring book. Javier says your name won't be in the credits here because this isn't the restored. No, this is the restored version. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, my name will be in the credits, come to think of it. I always forget about that. And then the credits roll and I'm like, oh! Yeah, I was one of the big donors. The Kickstarter for this came along in 2011, I think. And I was doing well at that time, and I had money to donate to a project like this. I was donating to other artists, Kickstarters and stuff. And I donated enough money to get a producer's credit on this. And I always forget that. Ben Soloway says people ask him all the time if they're going to be on IMDb, if they will officially be listed as a producer on IMDb for donating to projects like this. And I'm like, that never occurred to me. Yeah, here it is. Manos, the restoration credits. Project director, Benjamin Soloway. Cleanup. These are people I don't know. Color correction. Audio. Producers. Yeah, there I am. Keith McCafferty. The next to last one. So I was one of only 5 people who donated at the producer level. I never actually counted before. And the rest of these people are just peons. Javier says, sweet. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna need to move on to the next movie. At 6 o'clock, we're going to watch Plan 9. We're going to have about 10 minutes. What do I want to do for the next 10 minutes? I think I want to show They're Made of Meat again. Javier remembers this one. So here we go with They're Made Out of Meat.